Let's talk about side hustles. But forget all those get-rich-quick gurus you see online. Today, we are putting together a realistic playbook, a guide to side hustles that actually work in the real world based on real data and practical steps you can take.
You know what I'm talking about, right? You've seen the videos promising you 10 grand a month from a beach in Thailand. But here's the thing, most of that advice, as this quote points out, is just a sales pitch. It's designed to sell you a course, not to actually help you succeed.
So we're doing something different here. We're cutting through all that noise. Everything we talk about today is going to be grounded in reality, real data, honest income numbers, and steps that you can actually follow. Let's figure out what truly works for you.
So why is everyone talking about side hustles all of a sudden? Well, it's because the basic financial reality for most of us has fundamentally changed.
Okay, this chart tells a really important story. You see, your paycheck might be going up, that's column one, but what your money can actually buy, your real wage, has been flat or even going down once you account for inflation. So for a lot of people, a side income isn't about getting rich. It's about just trying to bridge that gap. And then there's this. The idea of a safe job just isn't what it used to be. I mean, look at the tech industry. It was supposed to be the most stable career path out there, but it saw over 250,000 layoffs in just 1 year. Relying on a single income stream is just, well, it's a huge risk these days. So you put all that together and you see a side hustle isn't just about extra spending money anymore. It is essential. It's your buffer against inflation, it's a safety net if you get laid off, and you can take advantage of all these online platforms that exist now. It's really about building some financial resilience for yourself. All right, let's dive into our first category, hustles for quick cash. We're talking about gigs you can start like tomorrow and get paid for pretty much right away. Now, if you're thinking about doing any kind of gig work, this slide is maybe the most important one for you. That advertised pay, 20 to 30 bucks an hour, it looks awesome, right? But that is not what you take home. After you subtract the app's fees, gas, insurance, and the wear and tear on your car, your net earnings are way, way lower. You have to calculate the net. And this table here really breaks it down for us. You can see the same pattern with food delivery. But look at that bottom row. Skilled tasks, like on an app like TaskRabbit. If you know how to assemble furniture or mount a TV, you can actually make a much higher hourly rate after all your expenses. And please, please do not forget about this. This is the part that trips so many people up. All that gig income is self-employment income, which means you, not an employer, are responsible for paying the full 15.3% for Social Security and Medicare. So here's the golden rule. Just immediately set aside 25 to 30% of everything you earn. Put it in a separate savings account. That should cover your self-employment tax and your regular income tax. Okay, moving on. If your main goal is to get the highest possible pay for every hour you work, this next category is for you. It's all about monetizing the professional skills you already have. Just take a quick look at this list. I would bet you have at least one of these skills, either from your day job or even from a hobby. And this is the beauty of it. It's the lowest cost, highest return side hustle out there because you're leveraging years of experience that people are willing to pay good money for right now. Let's make this super concrete. Say you're a decent writer. You find one client who will pay you $100 an article. If you write just 4 articles a week, that's $1,600 a month. And that's from working just 10 to 12 hours a week. It's a totally realistic, achievable goal. It's not passive income, it's active, high-value work. So you want to know the secret to charging those really high rates? You have to specialize. You can't just say, I'm a social media manager. That's a commodity. You have to say, I manage LinkedIn accounts for B2B tech companies. That specificity is how you go from making $35 an hour to over $100. All right, our last category isn't about getting cash today or tomorrow. This is about playing the long game. It's about building a digital asset that can pay you for years and years to come. Let's be real for a second. If you want to create content, a YouTube channel, a newsletter, whatever, this timeline is a serious dose of reality. You are likely going to be working for 1, maybe even 2 years before you see any significant income. But here's the magic. Once you have a library of content, your old videos, your old articles, they keep getting views and keep generating revenue. It all compounds over time. So this right here, this is the fundamental trade-off. This is the big choice. Gig work pays you almost immediately, but your income is always capped by the hours you work. Content creation pays you absolutely nothing for a very long time, but the potential long-term upside is massive. You're choosing between cash now and building an asset for the future. Selling products online also kind of fits this long-term model, but as you can see, each path is totally different. Selling digital planners on Etsy has really low startup costs, but success completely depends on your SEO skills. On the other hand, something like Amazon FBA has huge potential, but you'll need thousands of dollars to start, and you have to be amazing at product research.
Okay, we have covered the what and the why. So now let's get to the most important part. How do you choose the right path for yourself? We can actually boil this whole decision down to a pretty simple 3-step framework. If you just honestly answer 3 questions, you can cut through all the options and find the one hustle that makes the most sense for your life right now.
First things first, take an inventory. What are you already good at? Is it a professional skill, like you're great with spreadsheets? Or maybe a practical skill, like you're the person everyone calls to fix things? Or maybe you have an asset, like a spare room you could rent out. Just start with what you already have.
Second, you have to be brutally honest with yourself about your time. Don't tell yourself you're going to work 20 hours a week if you know realistically you only have 5. If you only have a few hours here and there, freelancing or some quick gig work might be a much better fit than trying to build a giant content empire from scratch. And finally, what's your primary goal here? What's the end game? Are you just trying to squeeze the most money out of every single hour you work? Or maybe you want something that takes very little effort once it's up and running. Or are you willing to play the long game for that shot at a huge potential reward? Your answer here is going to point you directly to one of those 3 categories we just talked about. Let's end on this because it's such a powerful idea. We live in an economy where your main job, your primary income, could literally disappear overnight. In that world, a side hustle isn't a luxury anymore. It is a vital piece of financial protection. It's your armor. So the only question left is, how are you going to build your armor? My advice? Don't get overwhelmed. Just pick one small step from this playbook and get started this week.